Model Railroading University is extremely proud to be back at Kadee Quality Products. I actually worked here for some time, about 20 years ago, and I'm sitting here with Sam and Alan, I should say Alan and Sam, and they're really the ones that you want to talk to, the ones that you see at the shows when you go out and talk to Kadee. And they kind of determine, I think, more or less what's made, what's coming, what might happen.
That seems to be correct.
Yeah. And what goes on here. At any rate, Model Railroad University is extremely proud that we're going to be covering some things that Kadee does as far as new product releases, and we're going to be putting out some videos on how to install Kadee couplers on your equipment from every scale, G scale all the way down to HO, I believe.
Yep.
That's right. And we'll talk about some of the new product announcements. But anyway, extremely proud to be here. Sam, you do the new product development. That's the job I had when I was here.
Thank you. It's quite interesting and fun, and that's not my only job either. But when we do start with a new product, we have several meetings and come up with new ideas and what we can do and what the market needs or what's the demand out there. So we have to do a lot of research before we can come up with an idea for a new product.
Well, I know we used to have a huge safe that I would go to, and it had all kinds of reference material in it. Even had one guy that wrote in one time and said, well, the B&O never had those round top silver cars that you put out. And I was really proud that I had not only the photograph from the B&O Historical Society, but some other references that we had used to make that car. And I sent back to him and said, well, yes, sir, I'm sorry, you probably joined the B&O Historical Society after this episode, but here's the article, and we do try to follow extremely closely to what the prototype does.
Yeah, and we still do. Anytime we produce a car, we make sure it's prototype. And we don't do a paint scheme that's not prototypical unless it's one of our specialty cars. Mm-hmm. And specialty cars are not considered non-prototypical. It's just a specialty car.
Just has the lettering for a group or whatever.
It doesn't have the incorrect railroad paint scheme on it.
That's right.
And we're pretty strict about that. And we do a tremendous amount of research to make sure that what we do is correct. Mm-hmm. And it's a constant thing, finding good photographs, good information, good drawings, mm-hmm. and good contacts that are reliable.
Yes.
And it's an ongoing thing. So
right.
As well as getting the paint samples the plastic samples to match.
I was extremely happy to learn that your son is in line to continue the Kadee tradition, which means that all of us out there who wonder about sometimes small manufacturers and what's going to happen in the future, we can be fairly well assured that Kadee is going to continue along the same lines. These products will be available for many decades to come. And I think that's a real positive note on Kadee's part to say, hey, we're not going away, we're going to be here, and we're going to keep supplying the great couplers and the great cars that you have been.
That's true. We've a real interesting fact is Daniel, he's an apprentice machinist with us, and what's even more interesting is the fact that Dale was the one who wrote the apprenticeship program for the tool and die makers for the state of Oregon.
Oh, cool.
So the unfortunate thing is he's not here to see him finish the apprenticeship, but he's actually in his 9th segment of the apprenticeship program now.
Wow. Well, and I should say Dale Edwards that you're referring to was actually one of the 2 twin brothers that started Kadee, and you're right, he was absolutely amazing at making and venting and making molds work. That's why this very small parts that we've put out for many decades work so well.
Exactly. He and his twin brother Keith, and that's, in case you guys didn't know how that came up, Kadee is Keith and Dale Edwards.
Yes.
So that's how the name came to be, and it started way back in 1946.
The year I was born, I might say.
They were in the Air Corps, and Keith washed out in flying because of something to do with his eyes. And from that point, they were pretty much inseparable. So Dale said, well, I guess we got to do something different. So they decided to go to school and do the machining thing and work for Grumman and a bunch of others making things. And then when they saw everything going out the door that was tooling they made, they thought, well, that's not right because we got to make more tooling. You know, why don't we make something that we can make for ourselves and utilize and sell with the products that we make? So that's how Kadee metal products came to be.
Well, the Kadee metal that changed into Kadee quality, and it certainly has been, as long as I know it, a quality product. The model railroad universe has really benefited from the fact that those brothers started the Kadee company and actually kept it going all these years.
And that's, you know, that's the reason why we have Kadee as part of our, or pardon me, quality is part of our name for Kadee quality products, because we actually do everything in-house, 100%. From the mold making to the die casting to the plastic mold injection to hand springing to making the springs to the packaging to the offset printing to the marketing, you name it, everything that goes into our products go out the door are quality checked along the way, and that's what's kept us in business for over up to 70 years now, and continuing throughout.
Well, it's a real tribute on the Facebook. A lot of guys are very proud of the fact of, like I am, that we serve for the United States military. They're proud of the United States and what we do, and you guys have kept jobs here, and you continue to do so. Even though you might be able to make them cheaper overseas, you still keep people working here. Everything that goes out this door is connected and totally attached to the United States and United States marketing, and you deserve a real treat for a real pat on the back for doing that.
Thank you.
And I want to make one announcement here at the end that Model Railroad University is going to work with you, and maybe once in a while you let me know a little secret of what's coming. I can announce that.
I'm sure we'll be able to work on that.
Great meeting, and I appreciate you having us over, and we're going to look forward to a long relationship and hope that another 70 years for you. I may not be around that long, but another 70 years for Kadee would be great. You know, you guys travel all the time to shows. We'll see you at the Amherst show and several others around the country. So any of our viewers that want to come and visit with you, you know, come by and say hi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you much. Sam, good luck to you.
Thank you.